Hi, I'm back. Uh, oh boy. Who is it that was pointing out the ums? Dean Cameron, welcome. You're gonna hate my ums. BD Wong, welcome and goodbye. I'm fans of both of you, and pretty excited that you might feel forced to watch me ramble right now. So I watched probably like 3 hours worth of Sad Sad Conversation videos trying to catch up because I was like, oh, it's fun when I respond to each one. There's no way that's happening. I cannot respond to each one, but I wrote down some comments to talk about. Oh, but first I'll say that the thing that I'm sad about is that The Onion may be moving to Chicago, which is depressing, it feels like. Of course, because I'm really narcissistic like everyone else on here. I was like, oh great, now my life is spiraling out of control and it's just gone all the way to The Onion. But it really has nothing to do with me or everything, one or the other. Let's see. I'm excited that I didn't know that Phil and Josh Malina knew each other in college. That's fun. Do you guys have any college stories? I'm sure you have to. You have to. Dean Cameron, I loved the sad little FedEx truck in the background of your first video. I don't know, it seemed really fitting. And, yeah, I can't believe you have a day job. That's crazy. You've been in a lot of movies. But also when I was like, I was trying to Google you and figure out, what all you've done, watch some videos of you or something, so I could respond. And I Googled David Cameron first. And I thought, well, that would be a nice addition if we got the British Prime Minister on Sad Sad, since there's no astronaut. I need something here. Michael, get us David Cameron. Yes, Lynn and I are going to wear the Back to the Future shoes. Pretty excited about that. Political views. Again, David Cameron. You can't drop that. I agree with Steve AG about this. You can't just drop that and then not say anything. I have a feeling that most people on Sad Sad are like, Steve, where we don't really have or believe one way or the other. Michael kind of said the same thing. Where just like as a comedian, we just make fun of politics as a whole. There's a lot of interviews with Joe Randazzo, who's the editor of The Onion, formerly of New York, maybe, where he talks about that's The Onion's way too, is that we don't really have, everyone thinks we're liberal, but I mean, really, we just make fun of who needs to be made fun of. And that also reminded me that the reason that I'm even on Sad Sad Conversation is because I loved The West Wing so much, and I couldn't believe that Josh Malina was so funny on Twitter, too. And I was watching The West Wing to teach me how to write for Onion Politics, which just got disbanded. So, well, not disbanded, but the small list of political contributors, they just cut all of us and just told us to submit them with our regular headlines. This probably all sounds like jib jargon. I guess the jib wasn't necessary in front of jargon. I don't know. I want to watch the Nigerian spam scam. Oh, and then in Steve Agee's last video, I love that he was like, I was really depressed, I was going to listen to Elliott Smith. So you guys said I'm going to Fiona Apple concert, which is maybe a half step below Elliott Smith. Maybe I said half step because I'm thinking about music, like a half step down. And again, with my cigarette unlit. So yeah, The Onion. I don't know exactly what's going on. Fox News just ran a story that had taken the quote that was we had contacted, let me read it exactly. We contacted the mayor's office to, and this is what it said on Fox News, but there's a pushback from its critically acclaimed staff, and there is talk of New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg getting involved to squash the move. That's great. That is not true at all, but, thank you, Fox News, for maybe reporting a fun error, at least this time. I'm clicking around. I'm not making... There we go. Hi. So I was reading the quote from my editor's Facebook page. So yeah, I hope we don't move. I won't have to move, but the writers and the editors are going to have to make a decision about whether they stay in New York and leave The Onion, or they go to Chicago if this move happens. And I know it wasn't like the creative people's decision. It was for business, you know? So, yeah, it's going to suck because I like going by the office. It makes me feel cool. It's one of the only things I have in my life that makes me feel cool, other than sad side conversation. And cigarettes. Bye. Whoops, and I forgot. If I wasn't a comedy writer, I would be a slutty secretary. That's what I always dream about. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this when I could just be a slutty secretary?